You are the enemy of the people.
You are fake news.
You are the
We all
enemy.
know it. You are fake news.
So that video was shot by Kevin Vesey, as a local news reporter from Long Island, covering the anti-lockdown protests in New York. So in that, of course, you could obviously see people with, signs, and you got other people with Trump flags in other places, and mainly you hear them calling him fake news. Oh, you're fake news. You're liberal media. You're out here with an agenda. I mean, look, it's sad, really, right? Because while there are issues with, of course, corporate media, it's nowhere near liberal. No, it's establishment. And I talk about this all the time, how it's pro-centrist, pro-establishment media, and that's one of the big problems in it, right? But because of this, and because of other factors, there's a huge level of mistrust when it comes to actual facts. Not only do they not trust the news, these people on the right, they also despise it. But unlike us, instead of trying to make it better, these right-wingers, they say it's fake and they want to destroy it. And they're in favor of media, of course, that does confirmation bias. And so it gets to a level where it's dangerous. Now, thankfully, it wasn't dangerous, but could have gotten very dangerous, at least in one instance. Let me show you that.
We know about your liberal agenda. We know you want to keep your job. We get it. You're not getting advertiser dollars in right now.
You're not going to answer, so you're just going to go live.
Yes, I am getting a paycheck.
I'm very happy, but other people are not getting paychecks, and they're not
why we're
getting.
here.
You used to be a good channel at one time.
You allow people.
I don't know what happened to you.
Oh, you're a dick. You're a hack.
You're disgusting. You're the virus.
Can you please stay away from me, sir? You're not 6 feet away. You are not 6 feet away. Stay right there, sir. Stay right there.
Hey, I got hydroxychloroquine. I'll be fine, bro.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Dude, that man was literally endangering the reporter's life. He's following him around for quite some time. Oh, but it's okay. He's got hydroxychloroquine. Except that, no, that doesn't do anything. Studies have confirmed that hydroxychloroquine is actually more harmful than helpful if you have coronavirus. I mean, it's got no effect against coronavirus. I remember going back and saying, look, the jury's out on it. So far, they've been trying it for people in the hospital, and they've got, they're not sure of the results. Well, now we have 2 full studies that have come out and have confirmed that hydroxychloroquine doesn't work on coronavirus, right? And in some cases also causes cardiovascular problems. So this guy, and it's ironic, right? Because they're calling this guy fake news, right? They literally listen to fake news. That's Fox News, as well as the president, who's telling them dangerous falsehoods. Tells them one thing one day, tells them something else the other day. Now, he's not talking about hydroxychloroquine anymore, is he? No, but before he's like, try it. What do you have to lose? Well, some people could lose their lives and have lost their lives when it comes to that. So now here's the thing. The right wing, the conservatives in this country have constructed a very elaborate news ecosystem that the main purpose of is to get people to not believe in facts, in news media, in order to prime them into believing in conservative propaganda, like, for example, trickle down. So now here's where you can criticize the news media, because their response to that right-wing, conservative narrative is literally consolidating themselves into 5 companies who control everything you see and hear on the news. They've also drowned out independent progressive voices. They've been incredibly pro-war, big corporation. And then, of course, they call everything equal, right? They also, as some people point out, massively promoted Donald Trump during the primary, as part of course, the Pied Piper strategy to try to elevate Trump because they thought he was too crazy to win against Hillary Clinton. Yeah. So there's that. That's literally the worst response. So now we have millions of people in this country that don't know what to believe. And so what they do is they jump right into confirmation bias. And that's why we've got conspiracies literally everywhere. And why it's so dangerous now that we have a pandemic that nobody trusts in our institutions. There's no doubt that our fourth estate has absolutely failed. And now, we're reaping the whirlwind of that because you have people out there that don't believe in facts and won't listen to facts because of where they come from. And so a lot of it is the news media's fault, but the right wing, of course, shares a gigantic amount of the blame. And so, unfortunately, there seems to be no easy fix for this. And this is the situation that we find ourselves in. We have a nation that doesn't believe in facts anymore. And unfortunately, because of that, there are ignorant people who will die or spread the virus to others who will also die. And so I don't have a solution to this problem because it's a problem that is decades in the making. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.